All right, so this is the newer bike. It's a 2008 Suzuki Bandit. Taking the seat off. Set it over here. Um, these are 10 millimeters. Correctly. So we're going to take the tank off. And what we're going to do is we are changing. Find the right one here. We are going to change the fuel filter. Now, the only thing unique about this situation in regards to changing the fuel filter is whether or not we will be whether or not we have to drain the tank. And I don't want to drain the tank. There should be a couple of vents from here to the bottom of the tank, but that should be sealed off. It might lose a little bit of fuel. Let me double check on this camera, make sure it's recording. Yep, still recording. Okay, so essentially, we are going to remove the tank. Do the next thing. Nothing too extraordinary in this one. Right. This out. All right. Almost. That. All right, so this should pop off. You unplug a couple of things. This is drain. This one is fuel. So, fuel, okay. This is wireless to power the. I believe it's wired to power the fuel. Okay. I should be able to open this. Maybe. Always something. This should be able to pop off. I don't think I've actually taken this one off before. Oh, there we go. Push that in. All right. Okay. Let's something push it on that button. There we go. That should do it. Oh. There we go. All right. So you turn this upside down. Hopefully we don't have too much a leak. We should have a little bit of a leak. It wasn't too. All right. Okay, let's get you fuel filters. All right. So we are dripping a little bit of fuel. We have a full fuel tank. Yeah. We are dripping a little bit of fuel from probably what was in the tube when we switched it over. But this here is our fuel filters. But now we just need to. Oh, it looks like it's a hex. Let's see. We have these hexes that would work. It's a hex instead of a. Okay. That's not the right size. All right. Now I have. Is it still dripping? A little bit. The theory is that I should be able to do this without taking off the tank, or without draining the tank. Let's see, this one, that's too big. So we're going to see if there's a complete disaster in regards to draining the tank. All right, there we go. That's the right one. All right, so we have to take this thing off. And we are going to hope that we're not going to use all the fuel at the bottom, or at the top. Let's see. It's only dripping a little bit. Now, normally, the reason I'm not too worried about my paint on this tank, I put it over on top of this metal grid thing, because I'm going to paint it in the long run, eventually, I think. I may not. But in any case, so no comments about the paint. But I wanted to be able to see how much fuel I'm actually losing at the top. I'm flipping over this tank upside down without having to drain the tank. Because I have a serious problem here. This is like the third thing I've taken into the shop to replace my fuel filter. Third one, I think. and it keeps getting clogged for whatever reason. So I would like to get this done without having to drain the tank, and then also be able to not lose too much fuel, but be able to keep running until I keep clogging up all the fuel filters. So it's just my money to buy the fuel filters. I'll just keep doing this until the tank goes clear. All right. There we go. I still feel fuel dripping. Maybe dripping more because I'll find a way of doing this, I think, eventually. All right. Try it until we get it done right. I might be getting rid of the seal on the top of the bottom of the tank, so it'll drain on the top more. So I need to do this quick. Don't like it, but gotta do it. All right. All right, so this thing comes out. I'm gonna pull it out, disconnect. It's electrical connection. Yeah, I still feel the fuel dripping at the bottom. It's dripping more than what it was. All right. So hopefully, I'll get this done quickly. Looks like this is a screw. Let's see. Let's try this one. Let's go with this one. All right. Yeah, it's dripping like crazy. Okay. Still don't like the idea of having to drain the tank to do this. See how much fuel I lose in the process, I guess. All right. All right. So we pull this out. Looks completely brown. All right. So let's get the fuel filter. I will probably have to go through a number of these. So I bought a set of 5. A bunch of cheap ones compared to standard OEMs, but you know what? Kind of important. What the problem was that I was having was I can't get over like 3,000 RPM generally. So if I can't get over 3,000 RPM, it's really a bad scenario for me anyway. All right. How do I remember? together. I'll look at the videos whether or not I put it on backwards or not. It should work either way. All right. Probably put it on backwards. It's okay. Still feel the fuel dripping on my toes. So basically, if you're going to do this way, I would suggest putting the bucket down there to collect the fuel. All right. So now, put the thing back together. And I think I have to turn it around this way to get the plug back in. Such a hooky thing, I think. Probably need to go and all right. Let's get this part in. And plugged in. All right, so now let's get this. Let's see, got a 5-point, so it probably should go this way. Oh, you know what? I didn't twist it. All right, there we go. So let's get these on. Let's get this one here. Okay, so technically it's still going to leak fuel, but I am happier using a little bit of fuel than to have it drain it all and refill it. Unless there's another way I can seal up the lid area. Be able to flip it over. Might be just see me leaking through the gasket portion around the tank. All right. some way I can figure out how to do that without having a leak everywhere. Still leaking. Let's put this back over. Oh. Right side up, that's not it. Okay. Let's find out. Let's turn this way. Let's find out if we can. Where it was leaking. It might be around the lid portion. No. Keys. More difficulty with the keys than I do that. Oh, well, let's just do this. I think it might have to do with the seal as to why it was leaking. Slow leak. But most of the fuel is still in there. I have a little bit of rust corrosion around the seal area. Plus, it looks like a little bit of rust on the deposited on the rubber seal portion. So I think that might be all that there is to that, from what I can tell. Of course, we got the filter done. I dropped the old one. But I don't know if you can see this. It's all filled with, it looks like rust and other stuff that was from the inside of the tank. So I am going to run it until it clogs up again and change it again. So let's switch back over. Let's switch back over to this. Cats are playing with my tools. All right, so now we have the 10mm there. Looks like the fuel dries up pretty quick. So let's look at doing some plugs. Let's see, fuel line. Is that the fuel line? And that was this one. This one goes there. This goes here. Let's see. This fuel line should just, all right, just snaps back on. Get the fuel gauge reconnected. Let's see. And reconnecting this hose. This is the vent hose that everything is so worried about in that regard. All right, so let me see if I can get this vent hose connected. Give my tank a hug here. The fuel dries pretty quick, apparently, in the heat where I'm at. Ah. All right, let's try the other side. Light is good. that. All right, go. So we're going to pop this thing back over. I got my 2 bolts. Okay. Just faster with the inches. So, let's grab the bolt right. Just get it finger tight. So, now we put the seat back on. Quick, easy, spiffy. All right, so now, interesting thing with this part is I'm going to have to keys again. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that connection point. Here, okay. So, now, the thing with this one is I have to put the kickstand up in order to start it, but let's give it a start. Started up all the way to 9,500 RPM. That's pretty good. What we were trying to do, instead of being stuck at 2,000, 3,000, maybe I'll get up to 6,000 and then there's no load. But that's it. And you know what? Hit like and subscribe if you want to see more of these types of videos. Have a good day.